Now, let us consider the logic of activity. Precedence. Precedence assumes that succeeding activities cannot start until all preceding activities are complete. 2. Predecessor activity. It is any activity that must be completed before a given activity can be started. 3. Successor activity. This is any activity that cannot start until a given activity has been completed. Precedence relationships. 1. Finish to start. It is the most common. An activity cannot start before a previous activity has ended. The earliest the next activity can begin is when a certain activity is completed. This is another definition. And again, this is the most common used precedence. So we look at activity A and consider activity B. The relationship is that activity A has to finish before the commencement of activity B. In other words, activity A has to be completed or finished before activity B starts. So this is a finish to start relationship. Activity A has to be finished completely before activity B can start. 2. Start to start. A defined relationship between the start of activities. It shows how the start of one activity triggers the start of a successor activity. So we consider activity A and activity B. The start of activity A triggers the start of activity B, and this is a start to start activity. Activity B has to start at the same time together with activity A. Three, finish to finish. It is a defined relationship between the end dates of activities. It is necessary for the initial activity to remain ahead of its successor activity. The completion is contingent upon completion of its predecessor. So in this case, we consider activity A and activity B. The finish of activity A leads to the finish of activity B, and this is a finish to finish activity. Activity B must finish at the same time together with activity A. Four, start to finish. Defined relationship between the start of one activity and the end date of a successor activity. This dependency is rarely used. So we consider activity A and activity B. The relationship is such that the start of activity A will lead to the finish of activity B, and that is referred to as the start to finish activity. Activity B finishes at the start of activity A.